Good day, I am Khatleen of Dalmao from Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Section A12. I was making an exercise prescription for cardiovascular conditioning prescription and muscular resistance training prescription. And right now I am going to defend or present the table that I have planned for the exercises that I'll be doing really soon. I'm going to present first the cardiovascular conditioning prescription. As you can see in the table, here I put in the frequency part as 3 times a week. This means I'm going to do a cardiovascular conditioning within 3 days every week. And I'm going to choose what day I'm going to do it as long as it is 3 times a week. Proceed to the intensity. It is moderate. I choose moderate because I am not new to exercises. I already have an idea on what to do when you exercise, and so it is moderate. Now, in the resting heart rate, it is 75 beats per minute. So it's 5 a.m. and I check my pulse. It is 75 beats in a minute. Next is the heart rate reserve. So in here, I put 75% because I was basing on a table in the heart rate reserve. That's why I came up with 75%. Here in the target heart rate, there is a certain formula which is 220 minus 19 minus 75 times 0.75 plus 75. So 220 is a constant number, 19 is my age, 75 is the heart rate reserve and my heart rate reserve, then multiplied by my heart rate reserve, which is in a decimal form, so it's 0.75 plus again my heart rate reserve. And so the answer is 170 beats per minute. So that is my target heart rate and also my heart rate at high interval, 170 beats per minute. So the HR at low interval has the same formula with the HR at high interval, but the difference is that 0.75 in the HR at high interval was divided into 2, so it now became 0.38 multiplied by 220 minus my age and minus the heart rate reserve. So the answer for HR at low interval is 123 beats per minute. Now, the board rate of perceived exertion, I was basing on a table. I looked at board rate of perceived exertion on the moderate part. Since my exercise prescription is going to be moderate, it is 4. The number is 4, that's why I put 4 on the table. Now, in the time for warm-up, it will be 5 minutes at low interval and the stimulus will be 30 minutes. That means I am going to do the certain exercise for cardiovascular conditioning within 30 minutes, and since it is moderate, so I am going to not stop the exercise for the whole duration of 30 minutes. Cool down is going to be 3 minutes at low interval, and the number of cycles that I'll be doing is just 1. So I'll be doing 1 exercise, which is the jogging in place. That is the type of exercise that I chose, and I will be doing jogging, which will happen for 30 minutes without stop. Now let us proceed to muscular resistance training prescription, another table. As you can see here, training age 19, since I'm 19. My goal is increasing strength, power, and endurance. The volume is the same as the cardiovascular, which is moderate. In the frequency part, I put 2 times a week. So cardiovascular was 3 times a week, and this muscular will be 2 times a week. In a total of 5 days, I'll be doing the certain exercises. The session duration will be 60 minutes, including warm-up and cool-down. So I put 6 exercises here, and I'll be doing them within 60 minutes or 1 hour, including the warm-up and the cool-down. For the warm-up stretches, I chose 3, the IT band stretch, the spread eagle stretch, and hamstring stretch. Let's go first with the IT band stretch. The duration will be 30 seconds, I'll be doing it for 30 seconds with 2 sets and 5 repetitions. Now in the spread eagle stretch, the duration will be the same, 30 seconds with 2 sets, but the repetition of only 1. And the hamstring stretch will be 30 seconds with 2 sets and also 1 repetition. So here in the exercise part, I chose 6 exercises, which is squats, plank, side plank, straight leg raise, bench pull in, and split squat. So in the squat part, as you can see here in the table, there will be 4 sets and 5 repetitions. And the rest between the sets is going to be 3 to 5 minutes since the load is 85% of 1 RM. So in here, I have to know first the load, and for us to know the load, you have to base on this table. Here, if you want the exercise to be high, then this is going to be the load and the RPE, and everything will follow. So I followed first the load since I want the first 3 exercises to be high intensity. That is why the 3 exercises has a load of 85%, 1 RM. And the RPE for squats is going to be 5. Next exercise is going to be plank. The sets for plank is having 3 sets. The repetition will be only 1. And the same as squats, it has a rest of 3 to 5 minutes. The load is the same, the RPE is the same. Next is the side plank. The sets will be 2 with a repetition of 1, a rest of 3 to 5 minutes, the same load, the same RPE since they are high intensity. The first 3 exercises are high intensity and the last 3 exercises will be in the moderate. So as you can see on the next, which is the 4th exercise, the straight leg raise, the load is 75%, 1 RM, and the RPE is 4. It is because it is in moderate. And now it has a set of 3, repetition of 10, and a rest of 1 to 2 minutes. Next is the bench pull in with a set of 3, repetition of 10, and the same 1 to 2 minutes of rest, the same load, the same RPE. And the last exercise is split squat. Here it has 3 sets, 12 repetitions, 1 to 2 minutes of rest, and the same load and the same RPE. And in the last part, which is the cool down stretch, the exercises that I chose is just the same as the warm-up exercises, and the duration is the same, the sets and repetitions are also the same. So I think that's it. That's everything that I prepared. That's the prescription that I made for cardiovascular and muscular prescription. And I'm really hoping I will be able to execute every single exercise that I made. And thank you so much for watching.